This is the Tarot and Oracle forecast for the month of October 2018. We have a look at the big energies here, which will touch on most of your lives in one way or another, or it could tell the entire story for you for the month. If you would like a personal or private reading, or that incredible soulmate reading, or perhaps a weekly heads-up reading for your star sign, please go to my website. You can purchase all the readings there or book them. And coming up next, you will see a sample of the layout that I would use for a weekly heads-up reading, and you would receive an audio recording of what's happening for the week for your star sign as well. Taurus, we're going to start with your relationship reading, and then we're going to move on to a success reading, followed by a happiness reading, and finishing up finally with your all-important card that is your theme for the month of October. Taurus, the romance angel cards I used can apply for any relationship. It need not necessarily be a romantic relationship. I will repeat as I always do. I will read what it says on the card. It's a literal meaning. When they're in a layout, when I receive extra messages for you, it will expand on that, or perhaps even slightly say something different to the card. Right, so deception says someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Worth waiting for says divine timing is at work in your love life. New love says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So within the relationship sector for Taurus this month, even if you're in a relationship or looking for a relationship, you will become aware of the fact that perhaps you're not presenting yourself exactly as you are. Perhaps you feel you need to be someone else in your relationship to make your partner happy. Or if you're looking for someone, you have been pretending. It's not pretending. We all do it. You know, we present the best side of ourselves and embellish a little or whatever the case may be. But you haven't been totally yourself. And you're going to realize that at the beginning of October and decide this is not what you want to do anymore. You're going to be completely yourself. You're going to be honest about what it is you want and who you are. Divine timing is at work here, so this was mapped out in your life. And the worth waiting for says things are going to shift in a pretty big way where relationships are concerned because you make this decision. If you're in a committed partnership or relationship, oddly enough, and I say oddly enough because for us humans, we think if we're totally ourselves, we're not sure everybody will really like us. I don't know why we think that. It's not true. You're going to find that your relationship gets a boost of fresh energy, of romance. That your feelings get stirred again in it. If you're looking for a new relationship and you decide, you know what, I'm going to be totally myself, interestingly enough, somebody new pops up on the scene very quickly because they're attracted to the real you, because they're attracted to the fact that you feel confident enough in showing who you really are. It's a soulmate, this person. Whoever this person is that turns up is a soulmate. And if you're in a permanent relationship and you feel that romance is rekindled once you're totally yourself, understand this is a soulmate. So looking for someone, involved with someone, and it heads off in a new direction because there's romantic feelings stirred. Make the effort to actually feed this, nurture it, make it go somewhere, make it big, embellish it, whatever the case may be, because this is real love for you. It is the kind of heart-to-heart connection which can make a Taurian very, very happy. Where your success is concerned in the month of October, the Justice card comes up first. The Justice card for me in the tarot deck always represents a karmic. Karma is not always debt. Sometimes karma is a good thing. Sometimes something good comes because you did a good deed. But it talks about a cycle that completes or is going to complete in the month of October. I think completes at the beginning of October because something is given to you in repayment for something you did well, or something you had to endure because in the past, maybe even another lifetime, you kind of owed someone something, and now you've given it to them. The debt is paid off. The slate is clean, in other words. What happens after this is you come to kind of a crossroads. You need to make a kind of decision, or there's some kind of action needs to be taken, basically, really. I think less than what a crossroads is. It's just that kind of feeling, but it's now you need to make a decision because that karmic cycle is complete and now you need to make a decision. What that Nine of Fire says, don't rush into taking the next step or making the decision, because you're not entirely in a place where you can see what's coming next. Because next comes the Tower card, which says there's a bit of a jolt coming in. The Tower card always is the carpet being pulled out from under your feet because something is not right. I think perhaps, Taurus, that last little bit of the karmic cycle, that tiny last bit comes up. And you kind of feel that the situation is now complete, it's finished, it's over and done with, but there's just one little more thing that needs to be taken care of. And once that one little thing is taken care of, then you can make decisions and move forward. The Temptation card always speaks about, be conscious of when you move forward, you do not base your decisions purely on materialism. There's a temptation to perhaps take a step or make a move or make a decision which may be to your own detriment or to someone else's detriment because of material gain. Or material gain has become so important to you that you're perhaps not seeing that it's not making you entirely happy, the things that you're doing or the direction that you've taken. Or it's not even material gain. It can also be you got into a relationship and you're heading off in a direction with this relationship, and to try and keep the relationship, you're doing things which are not making you happy. It's that kind of thing happening. Because that Page of Fire says, rather dream big. Do what you know in your heart is right for you. Step off on a great big adventure which is all for you. And that's a very big theme coming through for you, Taurus, is about you and what you need to do for you, what makes your soul happy, your heart happy. That's what you need to pursue in October. And it's the beginning of an adventure because it's the Page card. You've completed a karmic cycle. You're heading off on a new adventure. So think about doing something that really stirs your soul rather than what makes money or what makes your partner happy, or etc., etc. Now we take a look at your happiness cards, and these are the tea leaf fortune telling cards, and this is more along the lines of the fated elements. Maybe we can get a bit of a better insight into what that Tower card is all about. So you get the cane and the cup and the knot and the cat and the casket and the fair man and the man again and chair empty and older woman and egg and wind chimes and valley. So the cane says pay attention to your health. I think perhaps you've been through a little bit of a tough and challenging time, and it is taking its toll on your health, and you might find you get flu or sore back or whatever the case may be, and it's just niggling at first and you don't pay attention. It could get worse because you don't pay attention to it, and it is, I think, because you've been through a bit of a challenging time. So that comes up first, because first and foremost at the beginning of October, take care of what little ever ailment is this moment in time is just niggling at you. You should accept valid criticism, the cup says. The knot says unsuccessful plans. The cat says a two-faced friend. The rose says romance is in the air. Interesting lineup, this. So someone will possibly say to you, you know what, you're doing something that's not making you happy. Why don't you change that? You may not like it, but listen, it will be valid sort of advice coming. I always say the messenger is just that, the messenger. Sometimes what people will say to you is your angels, your higher self, your guides, whatever, trying to impart information to you through other people. Listen to the message and don't pay so much attention to the person who's giving it to you. Plans have not gone according to what you wanted them to. A two-faced friend for me, sort of in this spread, more says that someone perhaps hasn't lived up to their part. Is the exact message I get with that for you guys. Someone hasn't lived up to their part of an agreement. However, there's romance in the air, and the casket sense someone is going out of your life or is the end of the situation. So that situation, whatever it was, where that person didn't live up to their side, where you were going through a bit of trial and error, where things didn't work out, that situation is drawing to a close. We already saw that, right? We saw a karmic cycle is finishing. Romance is in the air is interesting because either you're going to meet somebody new, and we've already seen that, or a long-term partner that you just know you're going to stay with kind of rekindles that romance, and that buoys your spirits. It brings you up again. There's a fair man and a man involved here. So there's definitely dealings with a man here. it comes after that someone is going out of your life or the end of a situation. So some man is responsible for ending a situation which has been ongoing for a while. And that person actually leaves in some way. So whether they leave your business, whether they leave a partnership, whether they leave a family setup that has been like annoying you, whatever the case may be, that person moves out of your orbit. And this shifts the energy for you very definitely. The egg says success assured with good plans and hard work. The wind chime says peace and harmony. There's an older woman in there, sorry, before the egg. So to me, an older woman perhaps helps you along. I'm listening to the messages here. If I stop, then that's what I'm doing. To put you back on the path where hard work and plans will get you where you want to go. Peace and harmony also gets restored. And deep personal strength and peace that assures success, the Valley says. So you're now going to head off in a direction which is more successful, which has more peace in it, more harmony in your inside. It doesn't need to be outward. Outward can be busy and all the rest of it, but inward you will feel more at peace with where you're heading. An older woman is instrumental in this. Maybe she offers you a job. Maybe she's your grandmother. Maybe she's your mother. Maybe she's your aunt. Whatever the case may be, she's instrumental in setting you off on a path where you're going to find more peace and harmony. And ultimately, you will access your inner personal strength as well, which will definitely set you off on the right road. Interestingly enough, your Lion card is Self-reliance, and it to me encapsulates the energy for you for the month, definitely. It's looking to yourself for answers. It's not looking outwardly for approval from other people, definitely not approval from other people, even your partner. It's a case of saying, this is what I want to do. This is the way I want to do it. This is where I want to go. This is in my heart what I know is right for me, and heading off in that direction. Not sort of altering or changing your decisions because you worry people may not come with you. They may leave with you. They may oppose you, whatever the case may be. It's important in October that you realize that perhaps the path you have been on is to make someone else happy. And ultimately, that is never going to make you happy. You need to set off on the path that you know will make you happy. And if a partner, if a person, if a family, if whatever is meant to be there for you, they will stay with you through this. That is the message that I have to deliver for you. Right, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you would like a personal private reading, I'm just going to repeat again, or that amazing soulmate reading, please contact me via the links in the description box below. You can either email or go to the website and book or purchase a reading. I want to thank you for watching, listening, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And also to those of you that are sharing my videos, a very, very special thank you. I truly appreciate it.